Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, thank you so much for joining for the morning Sunday Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. Fiscal Portlet. Thank you so much, Vedantana Prabhu and Vijay for joining. So today's verse is from the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter number 15, entitled The Pandavas Retire Timely, and verse number 16. So we'll start with the Mangalacharan verses and then we'll start with the verse. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamyam Bharati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadakammalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagar Jatam Savana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Nityanamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesh Shunyavadi Paschatyadesh He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpati Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namosati Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanutate Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarubhascha Kripatindubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashta Prayusha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhakte Bhavati Naishtaki Dash Bhagavatam Ki Jai Shubhpad Ki Jai. I'll share my screen. Let's go entire window. Okay. I believe so. Let me know when you can see my screen, Prabhu.
Yet to load. Yeah, now we can see, Prabhu.
Okay. So this is Canto 1, chapter 15, verse number 16. We have a long purport. So we'll see how we do it. So this is a different meter. So I'll sing, and if you wish to do so, please do after I recite. Yaddoshu pranahitam Guru Bhishma Karna Naptra Trigarta Shailya Saindhava Balikade अस्त्राण्यमोघमहिमानि निरूपितानि नोपस्पृशुर्दृहरिदासमिवासुराणि यद्धोषुमा प्रणहितं गुरुभीष्मकर्णा नत्र त्रिगर्तशैल्यसैन्धवबालिकादे अस्त्राण्यमोघमहिमानि निरूपितानि नोपस्पृशुर्दृहरिदासमिवासुराणि यद्धोषुमा प्रणहितं गुरुभीष्मकर्णा नत्रतिगर्तशैलसैन्दवबालिकादे अस्त्राण्यमोघमहिमानि निरूपितानि नोपस्पृशुर्दृहरिदासमिवासुराणि. We will like to recite. We can sing different also, like Yaddoshuma pranahitam Guru Bhishma Karna. We can sing that too if you would like to. I was audible, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Oh, okay. I will like recite too.
Yeah, sure, Prabhu. Let me give it a try, Prabhu, with a different meter.
Sure, Prabhu. Please.
यद्दोषुमा प्रणिहितं गुरुभीष्मकर्णा नाप्तृ त्रिगर्तशल्यसैन्धव बह्लीकध्यै अस्त्राणि अमोघमहिमानि निरूपितानि नोपस्पृहुर्नृहरिदासम् इव सुराणि. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Yeah.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी यद्दोषुमा प्रणिहितं गुरुभीष्मकर्ण नप्तृगर्तशल्यसैन्दवबाह्लिकाद्यैः अस्त्राणि अमोघमहिमानि निरूपितानि नोपस्पृशुर्नृहरिदासं इवासुराणि. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hi, thanks so much, Prabhu. Vijay, you're the one left. Would I give it a try?
Prabhu, I can try, Prabhu.
Yes, thank you.
यद् यद्दोषुमा प्रणिहितं गुरुभीष्मकर्णा नृप्तोर्त्रिगर्तशल्यसैन्दव बाक्लिकाद्यै अस्त्राङ्गमोघमहिमानि निरूपितानि नोपस्पृशुर्नरहरिदशाम् इवां सुराणि. Hare Krishna, thank you, Prabhu.
Thanks so much, Vijay. Jai. So we'll go ahead with the synonyms. Yat, under whose. Doshu, protection of arms. Ma pranahitam, myself being situated. Guru, Dronacharya. Bhishma, Bhishma. Karna, Karna. Naptra, Bhurishrava. Trigarta, King Susharma. Shailya, Shailya. Saindhava, King Jayadratha. Bahalika, brother of Maharaj Shantanu, Bhishma's father. Adehi, etc. Astrani, weapons. Amogha, invincible. Mahimani, very powerful. Nirupitani, applied. Na, not. Upasprashu, touched. Lihari Dasam, servitor of Nrsimhadev, Prahlad. Iva, like. Asurani, weapons employed by the demons. Translation prepared by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Great generals like Bhishma, Drona, Karna, Bhurishrava, Tusharma, Shailya, Jayadratha, and Bhalika all directed their invincible weapons against me. But by His, Lord Krishna's grace, they could not even touch a hair on my head. Similarly, Prahlad Maharaj, the supreme devotee of Lord Nrsimhadev was unaffected by the weapons the demons used against him. Okay. Now, I'll not read the purport directly now. If you see this, a big one, and we'll read that, but as we go forward. So in what Prabhupada talks about the birds in general in the first paragraph and talks about the particular personalities in the subsequent paragraphs. So Karna is mentioned, then Napta, Bhurishrava, Trigarta, Susharma, Jayadratha is mentioned. Right? So we'll read about them as well. So let's look here again. I'll read the verse once again. Yaddoshuma pranahitam Guru Bhishma Karna Naptra Trigarta Shaila Saindhava Bahalikade अस्त्राण्यमोघमहिमानि निरूपितानि नोपस्पृशुर्दृहरिदासमिवासुराणि. So we'll first see. Okay. So this is a verse, and this is we have Sridhar Swami, who the original commentator on Srimad Bhagavatam, who called Mahaprabhu called Jagat Guru Sridhar Swami, Guru Karimani. Right? So he gives, and this is what he wrote this commentary from this. Shivji Goswami, Chakravarti Thakur, they all got this commentary. Srila Prabhupada got it from there. Right? So what does he say? He says, Yasya doshu. Doshu means arms, bhujeshu. By whose. Yasya means is a pronoun. By whose. So by whose means is mentioned. It can be mentioned previous verse, or it can mention at the end also. By whose, and that Krishna. Or that Krishna, by whose. No, it can go either way. So by whose, yasya, jiska, no, by whose arms, doshu, bhujeshu, mam. Ma means mam. So ma can also mean no. It can also mean mam, depending on the context. We say, right? Sarvadharmam parityajya mamekam sharanam aham tvam sarvapabhyo mokshayami ma shucha. Ma shucha means don't worry. Ma means mom. Can also be no, and mom also means mom. So he says mom means Krishna. Arjuna is saying mom, me. Pranahitam sthapiter ter eva. Under whose protection, under the protection of whose arms I was in. Makes sense. So he's saying, in whose protection, sthapit pranahitam was I, in whose arms, bhujeshu, I was there. So he's telling I was under the protection of Krishna's arms. Okay. And then what happens? What happened? Guru Adibhir Nirupitani Prayuktani. Prayuktani means employed. Employed what? Employed Guru Adibhir. By whom? Guru Adibhir Nirupitani. Employed by my Guru, etc. Bhishma, Shailya, we'll talk about who's there, right? So, by under whose protection of whose arms I, right? And the weapons employed, Prayuktani, right? Guru Adibhir Nirupitani were employed. What is employed? Astrani na sprishantima. But they employed, but what happened to me? Astrani basically is plural, not one, plural, right? So weapons were employed, sma sprishanti, but none of them touch. None of them touched me. Right? This is what he's saying, that if, because I was sheltered under the arms of the Lord, right? I was not touched by weapons employed by my Guru Adibhir. There's the first two lines. Okay. Just open my notes once again. Okay. Then who are the people? Right? Guru means Drona. Is Guru Drona. Trigartas. If you read Trigartas, who's this? Trigarta kya hota hai? Right? He means Trigarta means Trigarta Desha Adhipati Susharma. The king of Trigarta Desha. Who's that? Susharma. Shalah means Shailya. Yudhishthir Maharaj's mama. I think it's Madri's brother. You could say Nakula Sahadev's mama in that way. Saindhava means Sindhu Deshadhipatir Jayadratha. Right? So Sindhu Desh, it comes in Pakistan. Sindhu, right? Jayadratha. Saindhava. Bhalika means Shantanor Ka or Shantanor Bhatra, brother of Shantanu, Bhishma's father. Right? So Bhishma is uncle, Bappa or brother, uncle. Amogo Mahima, Yeshan Tathani Bhutani Api. Those Astra were Amoga Mahima, were powerful and invincible, Yeshan Tatha Bhutani Api. Pathan, this is a alternate reading as well. Okay. So Pratikarana Karane Api Asparsha Dishantaha. And why is the example of Narasimhadev and Pradhamara given? Because this way with this nice similarity there, we will talk about as we go ahead. But he said Pratikara Akarane Api Asparshe. Even though he did not retaliate, Prahlad did not retaliate, still no weapons affected him. To make that point, Nrahari Dasam Prahladam Iveti. The example of Prahlad Maharaj has been given. That is it, right? We have Vishnu Chokri Thakur also very same, in fact, copy paste. Napta is given Bhurishtava. He did not give Napta did not give here, right? Yeah. So Napta means Bhurishtava. Is mentioned here. Okay. Everything is exactly the same by Shakti Thakur. Shri Baldev Bhushan also exactly the same. Almost the same. Pretty much. So this is a commentary on previous acharyas, and Prabhupada has taken very nicely from them, the translation also. Now let's go verse again. Okay. Yad doshma pranahitam. This is beautiful. So it says here, under protection of Krishna's arms, doshu means arms. Doshu is, I would say it's dual case. Right? Doshu, you could actually say plural, more than two, but protection of arms of Krishna. So it means under the protection of Krishna's arms means taking shelter of Krishna, he started fighting. Right? So it was under his protection, under his shelter, Arjuna started fighting. So now one should not have this misconception or idea that Krishna asked Arjuna to fight. Or did he? Did he not? Or did Krishna ask Arjuna to fight the war? What do you think? Would you like to give an answer? A comment. Did Krishna ask Arjuna to fight the war?
Hey Krishna Prabhu, can you hear me?
Right? Yes, yes.
Hey Prabhu, I
Tell
think
me.
multiple verses he says,
Hmm.
Natam Sokshati Arhasi, like
Hmm.
Uttishta Arjuna,
Tishta
get up and
Bharata.
fight. Yeah.
Right. Right. Which chapter was that in?
One was in the second chapter, and Uttishta Bharata is fourth chapter.
Fourth chapter. Yes. Good. Right. Fourth chapter. But Bhagavad is also spoken less. The main chapter after that, right? So Krishna asked Arjuna to fight. But at the starting, yes. But what is the ultimate goal of Krishna to ask Arjuna to fight? Not really. The ultimate goal, you could say, Krishna wanted to bring Arjuna to the point where Arjuna said a very eternal, immortal statement in the 18th chapter. What is that? Krishe Vachanam Tava. O Madhusudan, O Govinda, O Krishna, I will do what you say. So Arjuna started fighting, not because Krishna inspired him to fight, but instead he said, Krishna, I will do what you say. So let's say Arjuna started fighting the war, right? First day. Second day, Krishna said, Arjuna, leave, chalo, let's go. I said, okay. Done. So he was just following what Krishna wanted him to do. That's it. Right? So you could say Arjuna was Kshatriya, right? And Kshatriya is following a Varnashram Dharma. Bhakti goes beyond Varnashram Dharma. The main verses to that. So I will do what you want me to do. Includes I have given Sarva Dharma Parityaja Mam Ekam Sharanam Bhajai. Sarva Dharma, what Dharma is also Vaishnav Dharma also, Varnashram Dharma also comes in the picture. Right? So he's saying, Krishna, I will do what you want me to do. You want me to fight a Kshatriya? I will do that. You want me to do it? I will not do it. Whatever you want me to do, I will do it, O Krishna. But Karisha Vachanantav. If you say tomorrow, next day, don't fight, I will not fight. Whatever the case. Right? So Narad Muni also indicated this to, not this, indicated Yudhishthira Maharaj that Krishna is going to leave my left. Right? To Yudhishthira Maharaj, moment he got confirmation that Krishna has left the planet, what did he do? Okay, it's okay. No. Okay, Parikshit. Okay, this is a throne. Good luck. I'm going. And they went. Immediately. Whatever Krishna wanted. Right? There's so much attachment for Krishna. So Arjuna, yad doshumam pranahitam. Pranahitam means myself being situated under the protection of Krishna's arms. Right? He started fighting. Because Krishna wanted him to fight, he fought. Krishna said, no, he wouldn't have done that. So he's just, so this shows the, you could say, unprecedented level of surrender. Right? Surrender of the devotee to Krishna. Right? So now the protection and surrender that Krishna will take care of me, that is, exemplified in this particular aspect. The verse, right? Anukulya cha sankalpa pratikulya cha varjanam rakshishiti iti vishwaso. Krishna will protect me. Goptatve varnam tadha. Atmanikshepa karpanye shadvidha sharanagati. Right? Krishna will take care. That confidence under the protection of Krishna. So, to give you an example, that Arjuna was like, when a baby, when a child is under the protection of given to the mother or the father, the child has no capacity to protect himself or herself. The parent protects. So Arjuna is saying that I don't have Arjuna. Externally, people when they say Arjuna is a wonderful warrior, the great warrior, the most powerful archer, is his stand, Dhananjaya, this and that, all this Pradinka, so many things, so many titles can be given. But he is saying, I was able to do this because I was under the protection of Krishna. Right? So the child doesn't have the capacity to protect or defend himself, herself, or herself, right? The parents do that. Similarly, even though the outside people may see that Arjuna is one doing that, but it's actually Krishna is the reason because which Arjuna is able to do something. This is what being expressed by Arjuna in this particular verse. Yad doshamam pranihitam. And whose protection of arms, myself being situated, I fought the war. Right? And just to this surrender of Arjuna was observed at the very early onset of the war itself. Maybe you know the famous episode of Arjuna and Duryodhana going, right? So Arjuna is there, Duryodhana is there, and asking, right? Krishna said, who do you want, right? My Akshavani Sena, Narayani Sena, or me, right? And Arjuna chose right? So just if we the same metal example, not just illustrate the point. If just point illustration, okay? It is war between Ukraine and Russia, right? And America comes. But whom do you want? Do you want me, the president, or my army? What will one army, the command of the president do? Is useless. But Krishna is not like that person, right? He chose Krishna even though Krishna told that I will not take any weapons. I will not take any weapons. But Krishna does Krishna need to take any weapons? If you see the previous verse, what did Krishna do? Right? 15. It was he, if you see here, Yo Bhishma Karna Guru Shalya Ayur Manam Tichadrisha. That's a Yuthapanam. Ayur Manam Tichadrisha Sahoj Archat. Archat means what? Akrisma. Taken away. If you see this, the verse by if Acharya, I think this, what is the name of the Acharya? If you see here, Kurukshetra Uddhe Krishnopakaram Smarati. So what is Arjuna doing? This is for 16. If you see, Yo Bhishma iti shloka, Trayana. In 3 verses, starting with Yo Bhishma Karna, right? Starting with 3 verses, what is Arjuna doing? Arjuna is, in Kurukshetra Yuddha, Arjuna is Krishna Upakaram Smarati. He is remembering the Upakar, the generosity of what Krishna did for him. In these 3 verses, he is reminding specifically about the fighting episode in Kurukshetra. He says Drisha means Darshanena. Just by looking. Archad means what? Akristavan means he attracted, took away what? Ayur, Manamsi, Saha, Ojash. What are those? Ayur, Manamsi, Saha, Ojas. Ayur means life. Manamsi, the speculative strength, power. Right? Saha means power. Ojam, strength. He withdrew, took away. Did he take any weapons at all? Just imagine the person with you can just take people's life away just by looking. Take the strength, take the vitality, take their power, take their everything just by looking. It's done. There's no need for any weapons at all. Right? This is the power. Right? And Arjuna chose surrender. Now, Krishna, I don't want your weapons, I want you. This is what we should come to a stage. Krishna, I don't want all your opulence. I want you. I want you. Right? So that who want, and Gaudiya shows who do you want? The Swayam Sham Sundar Murli Mano Tribangale Murli Mano Sham Sundar. We want that Sham Sundar. That's it. We don't want anything else. Arjuna wanted, oh Krishna, I want just you. That's it. When you are there, what else I need? I have everything else, but not you. What is the use? Right? So, Srila Prabodhananda Saraswati writes in Chaitanya Chandamrita, he says that, oh Krishna, oh Gopinath, right? Even if you are pleased with me, but the entire world spits upon me, who cares? But if you're not pleased with me, and the entire world is happy with me, why do I care? Same thing, but a different way. Right? So here, so beautifully in that particular episode, Arjuna has exemplified, has showed the goal of what we should want, desire as well. We want you, O Krishna. By that is fighting, but we want you. That's it. Nothing else we want. Right? Now, so it didn't matter where the count was higher. Yeah, 6 Akshoni and 11 Akshoni, or this Akshoni, that. It mattered whose side Krishna is on. That's the only thing that mattered. Right? That's the only thing that mattered. Now, next word is Guru Bhishma Karana, Naptra, Trigarta, Shailya, Saindhavali, all these different big personalities, who's who. Right? Astrani, as I mentioned, is plural. Multiple weapons. And what? Nirupitani, they were used. They didn't have it in pocket and say, "Arey, to apna hi ganda hai, why to use it?" Arjun. No. They actually employed all the astras, many astras in their arsenal. And how were the astras? Amogha. Mogha means what? Uh, failing. Fail. Moghasha, Mogha Karmano, Mogha Jana Vichetasaha. Okay? Chapter number 12. And in Gyanis, when Krishna talk about the path of the Gyanis, Klesho Adhiktaras Tesham, the very difficult path. So no, Mogash is not that. Mogash is here. My apologies. Abhijanti Mamudha Malushin Dharmashitam. And after that verse comes Moghasha, Mogarmano, everything is fail. Mogha means fail, useless, fail, right? Amogha means not fail, accurate, precise, right? So what the Amogha and Mahimani are adjectives to the word Astrani. Astrani is a noun, and the adjectives which qualify those are Amogha Mahimani. Amogha means unfailing, or that those astras will hit the target, the homing target, guided missiles. They're going there, guided, they go there and hit. Brahmastra. Attack the exact person with the mantra, chapter in the mantra, that's it. Right? So they had all the astras. Brahmastra. Ashwatthama had Narayanastra. Right? So the weapons were Amogha. Very precise. Now one may say Mahimani is what? Very powerful. Why to use the word Mahimani also? For example, if I have what? I have a remote. Right? Very simple plastic remote. If I say, oh, I'm going to throw it the person in front of me. So I have this astra. I throw it in front of me. I saw in front, there's someone here, but I'm just imagining someone throwing in front of on the particular person. And he hit the person. It will amogha. But it's not mahima. It's not powerful. Will the person feel anything? Well, yeah. No use, right? Amogha is amogha, but not mahima. But what happens on the other side? It's very powerful. I have big, machine gun, machine gun. But machine gun starts firing, instead of going straight, machine goes up. It's very powerful, Mahimani, but not Amogha. And what is the use? You drop a big bomb, but before the bomb hits the target, it explodes in midair. Useless. So the Astra was not only Amogha, but very powerfully guided missiles targeting the intended target. That is how. So this is showing the intensity of the astras. And astras, not astras in plural sense. And they were employed by Guru, Bhishma, Karna. They did not have mercy. No mercy. They employ everything. But then people understand, bhaiya, matlab, then something should happen, right? I mean, I could hurt somewhere. If they're firing like X, Y, Z and all from all sides, from 10 directions, something should happen to you, Arjuna. No pressure. Naha, pressure. Did not even touch him. Baal bhi baka nahi hua. These Guru, Bhishma, Karna, they were like Timingala fish. They are like the giants. And Arjuna, we said, right? Bhishma, Drona, they can eat Arjuna for breakfast. They're that no personalities. Man, they can eat just before breakfast. How powerful. Timingala fish, the giant fish in the ocean. Right? But because Arjuna was Yahadoshuma Pranahitam under the protection of the arms of Krishna, naha, na upasprashu, touched. Sprashu means touch. Upasprashu means closely touch. Kuch bhi nahi hua. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. Not even. The only thing Arjuna felt was sweating. That too only once. When fighting Bhishma Dev, when he said, Artha tu gaya. You are done. Today you are gone case. So only then Arjuna started feeling perspiration. Right? So that is only, imagine, you are the VVIP, you are the MVP, the most valuable player in the tournament, in the war. You are in limelight, all this focus light on you. The most powerful, in this Nyaya, this is an Nyaya logic, you defeat the most powerful wrestler, that and the other small wrestlers automatically taken care of. If you defeat the most powerful, the less powerful one, you defeated him, the patta is cut. Anyway, so Arjuna is the one who can turn the tide of the war. Remove Arjuna and we have won the war. That person, everyone's looking at Arjuna, how to take him. I will take him, I will take him. That kind of person, nothing happened to that particular personality. Na upasprashu. Right? So that is how Krishna protected him. But then when we say, so to illustrate this particular point, to illustrate that how he was protected by Krishna, that he was protected by Krishna, Arjuna gives the example of what? Narahari. Narahari Dasam. Who is the Das? Who is Das Narahari? Shri Prahlad. Iva Asurani. So if, just like this, what is the other example? Or the example analogy given to make this understandable. The Asurani, again, multiple demons, also employed various weapons to hurt Das of Narasimha. But nothing happened to him. Right? So, but this some कुछ तो गड़बड़ है. Some what is gड़बड़? What is this, some discrepancy? Okay. Prahlad Maharaj, did he retaliate? No. He had no weapons. He did not even think about retaliating against the people who were harming him, even in his mind. Forget about physically. Even in his mind, he never thought, because the entire mind was filled with Krishna, what else he can think about? They did not even think about retaliating against the demons who were harming him. Bhagavatam mentions very beautiful. If I talk about 7, 5. 5, 7, 5. Oh, wow. It every okay. So much time. Okay, here comes. See here. The demons, the Rakshasas, the servants of Hiranyakashipu just began striking the tender parts. How 5-year-old? It is so soft. Brahma's body with the trident. Fearful teeth, with sharp teeth, reddish coppery beards, hair. Tremendous sound. What are they chanting or singing? Not Jai Prahlad, no. Chop him up, pierce him, kato, maro. That kind of words were coming out of their mouth. Chop him up, pierce him. And they began striking Prahlad Maharaj. But what was he doing? Just meditating upon Supreme Goddess, Shri Krishna, or Vishnu. Right? And the weapons of demons had no tangible effects on Prahlad Maharaj because he was a devotee undisturbed mental conditions. Not even a single scratch on Shri Prahlad. Not even. He was in bliss, the others were in anxiety. In Kurukshetra, Arjuna was in bliss because Krishna is with him in one way. And others are in anxiety. Why is nothing happening to these personalities, Arjuna? They are showering arrows like rain, but nothing's happening to him. And Prahlad Maharaj was experiencing bliss. How do we know this? In Bhagavad Bhagavatamrita. Right? Very beautiful verse. Narad Muni is talking to Prahlad Maharaj. He's glorifying Prahlad Maharaj. He says, Krishna Vishtoyo Smaratmeva Mattaha. What? Smaratve, Krishna Avishta. Absorbed in what? In Krishna, and thought of Krishna, you have forgotten yourself. Asmritatveva Matto. In that, you're forgotten yourself. You're so absorbed in Krishna, thinking about Krishna, you have forgotten yourself. And as if maddened, Mattaha. Matta Mayura, the intoxicated peacock, right? Maddened, but what in that maddening state, what are you doing? Nrityan, dancing, Gayan, singing, Kampano, Rudamscha, Kampa means hair standing on end, trembling, Rudamsa is crying. in this state, of course, not when he's pacing, but he's experiencing bliss, thinking about Sri Vishnu. Right? So, because he's just praying, not praying to please protect me. No, no, no. He's not even saying, please protect me. No. He's not asking for anything, just praying. Just thinking about Sri Vishnu. Right? So, this is the. And how is this? Was it mechanical or something like that? No. I'll come. Let me see if it that. Okay. Then how was Prahlad Maharaj, attacked? I think it talks about in words and 539, 40. See, these are the places. This is a way, different ways. He could not kill his son by throwing him beneath the feet of big elephants. Imagine one elephant coming in front of us, me at least. A sober elephant, not a maddened elephant, sober elephant. I was like, please don't do anything. Please don't do anything. Right? And just imagine, maddened elephant with coming on temples, not one, elephants, and thrown in middle of the elephants. Fearful snake. One snake comes, they say come here, we go the other way. But we just put in the pit of snakes. And the Prahlad Maharaj is not thinking, oh, which snake is poisonous, which snake is not. No, nothing. Destructive spells, hurling top of the hill, so many things. Nothing. Completely sinless. He could not in any way harm Prahlad Maharaj. So, going back to the verse for today. But Prahlad did not retaliate anything. He didn't have any weapons. So what was, so why is the analogy being given in this way? The analogy is given here in this way is because Arjuna also in that condition, even though fighting one particular person, there are many other people who are attacking him, not just with arrows, with astra, but tantra also. So many different things were coming, but he could not see. Prahlad Maharaj was meditating, so many things attacked on him, he was not seeing what's going on. So Arjuna, even though he was being attacked by all these different astras and tantras, everything, he could not counteract everything. So who was doing it? Krishna was doing it. Right? So that is why at the end of the Mahabharata war, when Arjuna said, but getting out of the chariot, we know Krishna asked, you please get down first. Usually the Sarthi first gets down and helps the person sitting behind the chariot to come down. But Krishna said, you first get down, and then I will get down. The moment Krishna stepped his foot outside the chariot or on the ground, the chariot, boom, blast. Right? So, so all these different weapons which are directed at Arjuna, he could not defend all of them. So Krishna was doing it. Right? So it's impossible for you to defend against that. So Krishna was protecting Arjuna. It's like a shield in one way against many other arrows, many other astras, tantras, all spells, whatever being employed. Right? And Krishna has helped in so many different ways. We know how Karna wanted to shoot. He shot an arrow. This even past him, but Krishna stamped his foot on the rath. The rath bent down. The horses sat. Right? Horses sat, and the chariot just bent down, and the arrow which was supposed to hit the neck of Arjuna hit the helmet. So Krishna put it in so many different ways. Instead, Arjuna so many different ways. But no, so there is verse. That's why the analogy is given for Naraharidasam. Nothing affected, nothing could harm Arjuna because of Krishna protection. Nothing could harm Prahlad Maharaj because of Lord Vishnu's protection. Hopefully that all the terms in this verse have been dealt with. So let's start in the purport of Srila Prabhupada. The history of Prahlad Maharaj, the great devotee of Narasimhadev, is narrated in the 7th canto in Srimad Bhagavatam. Prahlad Maharaj, a small child of only 5 years, became the object of envy of his great father, Hiranyakashipu, only because of his becoming a pure devotee of the Lord. Prabhupada says that the only mistake Prahlad Maharaj did was he became pure devotee of Bhagavan. Not in that way, how it shouldn't become, but that itself is sufficient, right? And became the object of envy. But did Prahlad Maharaj envy? Let's say his father, anyone? No. His 7.5 verse in second verse. No, second verse, 4. Very good. Third verse. यत् तत्र गुरुणा प्रोक्तम शुश्रुवेणुपथात च न साधु मनसा मेने स्वपरासद ग्रहाश्रयम. He said he recently taught, he listened to everything, he understood the philosophy, what they're saying, but did not like it. He did not like it. Why? Because it meant considering someone as a friend and considering someone as an enemy. Involves considering someone a friend and someone as an enemy, and this did not like it. He did not like that at all. Consider someone friend. Because what is the reason someone considers someone a friend and enemy? That was also mentioned here. Where was that? Yeah. Let me offer respectful obeisances to Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose external energy has created the illusions or distinctions of my friend and my enemy by deluding the intelligence of men. So this is my friend enemy is because being affected by the energy, external energy of Sri Krishna, Mahamaya. We create a distinction. But Prahlad Maharaj was such a Uttam Bhagavat. For him, there's no enemy, no friend. Are you are devotees of Bhagavan. You are potential devotees of Bhagavan. You're all Jivatma who are parts and parcels of Sri Krishna. There's nothing, no distinctions for Sri Prahlad Maharaj. Right? The demon father employed all his weapons to kill the devotees from Prahlad. We saw that. But by the grace of the Lord, he was saved from all sorts of dangerous actions by his father. We also saw that also. Right? Because of the protection of Krishna's arms. For Arjuna, similarly, protection of Shri Vishnu. Right? In fact, in Narasimha Puran, it comes, Prahlad Maharaj, so when the Asuras they come to attack Prahlad Maharaj, what is he seeing? He sees Paramatma is everywhere. That is also there. It comes in the 6th chapter, I think so. I think his instruction to his schoolmates. Very. Let me see. There you go. I thought this is 6th chapter. It says that Bhagavan is everywhere. I don't remember. 1.6, sorry. This 10, 7. I think it's 6th chapter, not 5. Okay. Anyways, so, oh yeah. Wait. This is in this here, I believe so. Just before the Narottama came. My dear friends, who are son of demons, the same once he himself take care of himself, who is present everywhere as super soul of all living entities, right? And in this material world, to render service to Lord Govinda, the cause of all causes, and to see him everywhere is only goal of life. So Bhagavan said, "Oh, really? You see me everywhere? Let's test it out." That's why when Vishnu is a pillar, he said yes, and said, "You pass the test." So what the point is, he's saying Bhagavan is present everywhere. So when the asuras were coming with intent to kill, right? He said Bhagavan is present in his heart, demon's heart. Bhagavan is present in the weapon, Andantarastha Paramanu Chayantarastha. Is in my heart also. So how can that weapon, where Bhagavan is present, harm me in who's Bhagavan is present with me also? How can this harm me? I don't think it can harm me. He just sat there. Nothing happened. So he was seeing Bhagavan at each and every place. And not only that, I think the commentary by, I think Shri Vedant Deshik, I believe so, if I'm not wrong, when he gives a commentary on this particular pastime, he talks about various aspects. For example, he says, when he spit of snakes, he said, oh, snakes, oh, you must be very dear to Anantashesh, who is serving my master Lord Vishnu. Oh, you're so dear to him, or same family as him. Please accept my obeisances. In that particular mood, the servant said, "Yeah, kitna respect there. Did nothing, become friends. So much respect to everyone. Na mane na mane dena." And so they're of all. So he gives explanation for all different aspects, like the elephants, the mountains, falling from the mountain. Every aspect he gives an explanation of what Prahlad Maharaj is thinking in a particular way. Okay, so continuing, he was thrown into a fire, boiling oil from the top of the hill under the legs of an elephants, and he was administered poison. At last, the father himself took up a chopper to kill his son, and thus Narasimhadev appeared and killed the heinous father in the presence of the son. Thus, no one can kill the body of the Lord. Similarly, the Arjun was also saved by the Lord, although all dangerous weapons were employed by his great opponents like Bhishma. Can you imagine how much Bhagavan must have loved? Bhagavan loves, not must have loved, loves Prahlad Maharaj. How much Bhagavan loves Prahlad Maharaj. So, in this confection, if you see in 7th canto, why does Bhagavan loves Prahlad so much? I mean, what is the connection between them? Was it artificial? How was it? We'll see that, okay? This soul, in 7th canto, 5th chapter. Oh, 28th verse. You will see very, very important term. This one. This particular word. An extremely important word, phrase. Naisargikiyam matir. His mati, his intelligence, his inclination, what's how? Naisargikiyam. निसर्ग का मतलब क्या है? नेचर. नैसर्गिकी मतलब नेचुरल, ऑर्गेनिक. The natural inclination or inclination of his inclination was so natural, not artificial, trying to think about Krishna. I think about no. Thinking about Krishna, that's it. Nothing else he wanted to do. He could do what he wanted to do. By natural inclination to Lord Vishnu, and that attracts Krishna so much, very, very much. And Bhagan so much love for his devotees. Let me open the verse from Padyavali. Okay. Verse 50. Let's go. Verse 50. Okay, almost there. Atandrita champuti prahitam astvikrit. Okay, let's take into time. So this is when you could say when Jay Vijay were being, about cursed. Carrying Lord Krishna undeclared, you could say Vishnu also, saying why? So Krishna is not decorated fully. He's just running. As he rejects the jewel sandals a military commander offers in his hand. Or in other pastime. So he's saying, oh Krishna, please put footwear, please. So why? He's just building up his giving footwear, he's offering his hand. Forgetting that there inside the palace, the bird king Garuda suddenly leaves, making a sound like trembling of elephants. So before even Garuda, Krishna doesn't wait for Garuda to get ready, put his sandal, and then climb Garuda and fly. No, nothing. I just want to run. Krishna's running, right? Swift departure. Right? And inside the palace, it's just, I don't want anything else, just like, I want to see my devotee. This Krishna's love. If you see the love of the Bhakta Vatsalya, love for the devotees, it's beautiful verse. Krishna never waits. Same for the four Kumaras. Maybe because Krishna immediately ran out. Immediately, Lord Vishnu immediately came out of Vaikuntha, the doors of his inner chambers. Right? So, where did we go? Here. The other, again, in Bhagavatam also there are other beautiful sections in the 4th chapter itself of Prahlad Maharaj explaining, showing his humility Beautiful section. If you go here, chapter number 4, verse number 16, 6 and 12. If you see here, 6 about it told, 12, right? So when Narmada is glorifying Shri Maharaj, what do you say? What he says? The intimate son of the Lord shouted, "Conquered by us." Narmada is saying. Hmm? Parishit is saying that Narmada said, "Conquered by us." The Bhagavan is conquered by the devotees. Jitam Asmabhihi. In fact, Narada claimed victory not just for himself and Prahlad, but all devotees of Lord Narayana. The Lord is conquered. Jitam Asmabhihi. Asmabhihi means by the devotees, by us, plural. Jitam, conquered Bhagavan. Bhagavan loves to be conquered. Okay? So that is the first paragraph. Hopefully that particular part is clear. So let's go quickly. It's just Mahabharata. Let's see, very nice. Karna. Born of Kunti by the sun god prior to her marriage with Maharaj Pandu, Karna took his birth with bangles and earrings, extraordinary signs for an undaunted hero. In the beginning, his name was Vasusena, but when he grew up, he presented his natural bangles and earrings to Indradev also, the armor also, to Indradev. And forward, he came to known as Vaikartana. Vaikartana means, Kartana means, Vai means no. Magata, one who doesn't have the Kartana, Kangan, all this. After his birth from the maiden Kunti, he was thrown into the Ganges. Later, he was picked up by the Adhiratha, and he and his wife Radha brought him up as their own offspring. Karna was very charitable, especially toward the Brahmanas. There's nothing he could not spare for a Brahman. Right? In the same charitable spirit, he gave in charity his natural bangles and earrings to Indradev, who, being very much satisfied with him, gave him in return a weapon called Shakti, and he wanted to use this against Arjuna. But then he had to use it against Ghatotkach because he was causing more trouble and nothing could stop Ghatotkach. So he had to use this particular weapon which is keeping for Arjuna on Ghatotkach, and he got killed. He was admitted as one of the students of Dronacharya, and from the very beginning there was a rivalry between him and Arjuna. Seeing his constant rivalry with Arjuna, Duryodhana picked him up as his companion and is gradually drew into greater intimacy. The great friend of the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Okay? Not enemies, yeah. He was also present in the great assembly of Draupadi's Swayamvara function, and when he attempted to exhibit his talent in that meeting, Draupadi's brother declared that Karna could not take part. Who is Draupadi's brother? Drishadumna. Right? In the competition because of his being the son of a Shudra carpenter. Although he was refused in the competition, still when Arjuna was successful in placing the fish target on the ceiling and Draupadi bestowed her garland upon Arjuna, Karna and others, disappointed princes, offered an unusual stumbling block to Arjuna while he was leaving Draupadi. Specifically, Karna fought with him valiantly, but all of them were defeated by Arjuna. Again, how? By under Jadoshuma Pranahitam. Duryodhana was very much pleased with Karna because of his constant rivalry with Arjuna. And when he was in power, he enthroned Karna in the state of Anga. Being baffled in his attempt to win Draupadi, Karna advised Duryodhana to attack King Drupada, for after defeating him, both Arjuna and Draupadi could be arrested. Dronacharya rebuked them for his conspiracy and then they refrained from the action. Karna was defeated many times, not only by Arjuna but also by Bhimasen. He was the king of the kingdom of Bengal, Orissa, and Madras combined. Later on, he took an active part in the Rajasuya sacrifice of Yudhishthir. And when there was a gambling between the rival brothers, designed by Shakuni, Karna took part in the game and he was very pleased when Draupadi was offered as a bet in the gambling. This fed his old grudge. When Draupadi was in the game, he was very enthusiastic to declare the news, and it is he who ordered Dushasan to take away the garments of both Pandavas and Draupadi. He was people making glorify, just like people glorify Ravana, they glorify Karna also. So, let me see. He always differed with Bhishma, and sometimes he was proud enough to say that within 5 days he could finish up the Pandavas. Bhishma kya hai? I can finish the Pandavas. He's very proud. He was strong but sure. But Bhishma had two boons. No one could defeat him, and he could die whenever he wanted. So, but he was much mortified when Bhishma died on the 11th day. He killed Ghatotkach with a Shakti weapon, obtained from Indradev. His son, Vrishasena, was killed by Arjuna. He killed the largest number of Pandava soldiers, who Karna. At last, there was a severe fight with Arjuna, and it was only he who was able to knock off the helmet of Arjuna. Remember that. But it so happened that the wheel of his chariot stuck in the battlefield mud, and when he got down to set the wheel right, Arjuna took the opportunity and killed him, although he requested Arjuna not to do so. And I think we know the pastime. But the Karna said, "This is adharma." He said, "Adharma? You are speaking of adharma?" Elohia. See, such a nice dharmic person is here. And Krishna recounts what all he did, what all dharmic things, wonderful things he did, and say, done, finish him. No need to wait for dharma. I am saying dharma. I'm saying dharma to Sakshat Bhagavad Pranitam. I am saying you do it and finish. So killed. Although not supposed to kill according to the codes of battle. You cannot, when you have a weapon, you cannot kill a weapon not without a weapon, also with chariot, all these different codes. Okay, so now Napta or Bhurishava. Bhurishava was the son of Somadatta, member of the Kuru family. His older brother was Shalya. Both the brothers and their father attended the Swayamvara ceremony of Draupadi. All of them appreciated the wonderful strength of Arjuna due to his being devotee friend of the Lord, and thus Bhurishava advised the sons of Dhritarashtra not to pick any quarrel or fight with them. All of them also attended the Aditya Yajna of Maharaj Yudhishthir. He possessed one Akshawani regiment of army, cavalry, elephants, and chariots, and all of these were employed in the battle of Kurukshetra on behalf of Duryodhana's party. He was counted by Bhima as one of the Yuthapatis. I think his name comes in Bhagavad Gita also, I think so, in the first chapter. In the battle of Kurukshetra, he was specially engaged in a fight with Satyaki, and he killed 10 sons of Satyaki. Later on, Arjuna cut off his hands and was ultimately killed by Satyaki. After his death, he merged into existence of Vishwadeva. I'm not sure who that I tried to find, but so okay. Trigarta Susharma, the son of Vriddhakshetra, he was the king of Trigarta Desh, and he was also present in the Swayamvara ceremony of Draupadi. He was one of the allies of Duryodhana, and he advised Duryodhana to attack the Matsya Desh, Darbhanga. During the time of caustiling in Virata Nagara, he was able to arrest Maharaj Virat, but later Maharaj Virat was released by Bhima. The battle of Kurukshetra, he also fought very valiantly, but in the end, he was killed by Arjuna. Jayadratha, I think he's one of the most famous personalities, but not for a good reason. Another son of Maharaj Vidhakshetra, basically the brother of Susharma. He was the king of Sindhu Desh, modern Sindhu, Pakistan. His wife's name was Dushala. Dushala is the sister of Duryodhana, for the 100 sons, brothers. He was also present in the Swayamvara ceremony. Everyone was present in the Swayamvara ceremony of Draupadi. And desired very strongly to have her hand, but he failed in the competition. But since he always sought the opportunity to get in touch with Draupadi, it's not okay. But since then, he always sought the opportunity to get in touch with Draupadi. Okay. When he was going to marry in the Shalya Desh on the way to Kamyavan, he happened to see Draupadi again and was too much attracted to her. The Pandavas and Draupadi were then exiled after losing their empire in gambling, and Jayadratha thought it was wise to send news to Draupadi in an illicit manner through Koti Shashya, one of his associates. Draupadi at once refused vehemently the proposal of Jayadratha. And now see, a Kshatrayani is also very powerful. But being so much attracted by the beauty of Draupadi, he tried again and again. Every time he was refused by Draupadi, he tried to take her away forcibly on his chariot. And at first, Draupadi gave him a good dashing and he felt like a cutthroat tree. They're all powerful. They are not like weak. They're also powerful. But it's not discouraged, and he was able to force Draupadi to sit on the chariot. This incident was seen by Dhaumya Muni and strongly protested this action of Jayadratha. He also followed the chariot, and through Dhatriyika, the matter was brought to the notice of Maharaj Yudhishthir. Pandavas then attacked the soldiers of Jayadratha and killed them all. At last, Bhima, the best person, caught hold of Jayadratha and beat him very severely. Bhima is waiting to beat someone. He's so much agitated, almost dead. But then all but five hairs were cut off his head. So it's not 5 hairs. They did not count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hairs. Not like that. 5 hairs. It means 5 patches of hair were left. They left 5 patches of hair, and then taken to all the kings, I introduced a slave of Maharaj Yudhishthir, forced to admit himself to be the slave, and Maharaj Yudhishthir said, kindly have to leave him, release him. So if for Kshatriya, shame or what is it, the word? Being ashamed, or it's worse than death. You better kill me. Don't embarrass me. Don't
Insult,
make me like.
Prabhu?
Sorry?
Insult?
Insult.
No.
Insult. Yes, thank you. Being insulted is worse than death. They cannot take insult. You kill me, no problem. But don't insult me. No. Same thing which Ashwatthama also says. But Maharaj Yudhishthir released him. So Kshatriyas are so that can Kshatriyas, or but so anyone, if they have Ishwara Bhav, Bhagavad Gita Krishna says, Kshatriya Ishwara Bhav. Anyone comes to take shelter of them, they give full protection. Recent times, Maharaj Prithviraj Chauhan, Muhammad Gauri, the Muslim invader, an attack. He was defeated, but he took shelter. Oh, please don't kill me. Released him. 17 times he attacked. Every shelter, left him. And finally was killed. But that time he don't take shelter. Kali took shelter of Mahaparikshit. They about to kill, but took shelter and stopped. That's how they were Ishwar Bhav. That's the example. Krishna wanted to kill Maya, Danav. He immediately ran and took protection of Karjuna. He said, "Oh, please, I'm in a shelter, please protect me. Don't worry, I'll protect you." That's it. Krishna said, "Okay, you want protection, what can I do?" So they give protection, anyone surrenders to them. And Mahadurishthir just left. Okay, leave him. I understand 5, let's finish quickly. Yeah. Queen Draupadi, after the incident, he was allowed to return to his country. Being so insulted, he went to Gangotri in the Himalayas and undertook a severe type of penance to please Lord Shiva. He asked his benediction to defeat all the Pandavas at least one at a time. Then the battle of Kurukshetra began and he took sides with Duryodhan. In the first day fight, he was engaged with Maharaj Drupada, then with Virata, and then with Abhimanyu. And Abhimanyu was being killed mercilessly, surrounded by 7 great generals, which is against the rules, instigated by Karna. The Pandavas came to his help, except Arjuna. All the others were there. But Jayadratha, by the mercy of Lord Shiva, repulsed them with great ability. At this, Arjuna took a vow to kill him, and on hearing this, Jayadratha wanted to leave the warfield and asked permission from the Kauravas for his cowardly action. But said, "No, I will make you a bait to get Arjuna off the way." Right? So, but he's not allowed to do so. On the contrary, he was obliged to fight with Arjuna. While the fight was going on, Lord Krishna reminded Arjuna the benediction of Shiva upon Jayadratha, that whoever would cause his head to fall on the ground would die at once. He therefore advised Arjuna to throw the head of Jayadratha directly on the lap of his father, far away, and engage in penance at the Samanta Panchaka. This is actually done by Arjuna. Jayadratha's father was surprised to see his severed head on his lap, and he at once threw it on the ground. And from his hand, it fell to the ground, so his father immediately died by forehead being cracked. 7 pieces. So, thank you so much, devotees. I'm not sure if something useful was there from this class, but I just thought of for this opportunity to serve Srimad Bhagavatam, serve you all. Thanks so much, and please forgive my mistakes. If all there's anything good, I don't know. Hopefully there is. It's all about of Guru Maharaj and Shri Prabhupada. So please do give your corrections, give your comments, corrections, and reflections also. Thank you so much. Gada Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Krishna. Any questions or comments, reflections?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Pranam. Uh, beautiful, beautiful lecture, Prabhuji. Mind blowing, like the amount of details, depth that for each and every word of the verse you went. Amazing, Prabhuji, amazing. I'm speechless. So wonderful lecture. Thank you so much, man. Such a wonderful class. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Very, very kind, Prabhu. Devotees are all always very kind, giving us encouragement. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Go ahead,
Go
Mata.
ahead, Prabhu, sir. No, Prabhu, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Narottama, Vilas, Prabhu. Thank you very much for a great lecture. As Jainita Prabhu said, right? Explained very well, especially when you're explaining about Krishna's protection and the parallel pastime of Prahlad Maharaj, right? Was clear, and wonderful examples from Shastra was easy to understand. Thank you very much for a nice lecture, Prabhu. I know you're at a different time zone, but thank you for giving us your time to share this pastime. Thank you very much, Prabhu.
Thank you so much, Jason Prabhu, for telling me that you have to give class. So because of his mercy, I got a chance. Thank you so much for being so kind. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Like as Narottama Prabhu said and Jayanata Prabhu, it was really nice when you drew parallels from Prahlad Maharaj's pastimes and kept it like I had to catch up when it took references from multiple verses. I was trying to see if I can open the verse at my end, but then it was really nice because you did reference so many verses, and yeah, I was just trying to catch up, and it was really, really nice, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Always. And also references from Padyavali, Brihad Bhagavatam, a wonderful Prabhu. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. I just want to echo what everybody said. It's pretty much the same thing I want to say, Prabhu. Thank you so much for your beautiful class. I felt like it was like a journey. I was just listening and doing my chores for the day, but it was like totally was able to follow along with you. It was amazing, Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Okay. So, and it's 10 minutes over time, so please forgive me for going overboard. Thank you for staying. Stop.
Thank you, Prabhu. Sure.
Hare Krishna. परिताना पावनी भी वैष्णव की जय, अश्विन भागवतम की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय।